Funny that we always think about conspiracy theories, all of this stuff as always being in the past. And that when something is unfolding right now, I wonder how much stuff is being ignored by the media but will be studied by historians. I certainly think that smartphone use will be one of those. You know, there was that 5 deathbed regrets of the dying. I wish I'd kept in touch with my friends. I wish I hadn't worked so much. I wish I'd allowed myself to be happy. I wish I'd lived the life I wanted and not the life that other people had for me, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I would bet everything that I'm worth that within the next couple of decades, I wish I'd spent less time on my phone.
Yeah.
Would be one of those.
No doubt.
100%.
Well, your time is so valuable. And how do you have 5 extra hours a day? Well, look at your screen time. It'll save 5 hours.
We were talking about this before we got started, that you have the same number of hours that somebody did 100 years ago. But the average amount of time that Americans spend on screens is 8 hours at the moment. The average time that they... 8? 8. On screens, all screens. The average time they spend asleep is 6.5. So people are sleeping for 1.5 hours less than they spend their time on their phone. And
what are you getting out of it?
Well,
nothing
look,
tangible.
It's so
That's what's
hard.
crazy.
It's so hard. It's so addicting. It's designed to be addicting. I mean, you've had Tristan Harris on here. You know, the way, the variable schedule reward that tempts you, that keeps you there. You don't know what's going to happen. This is so interesting.
Yeah, I was talking about this the other day. I was like, imagine if there was a drug that made you stare at your hand for 6 hours a day. He'd be like, keep me the fuck away from that drug. But that's what your phone's doing. Mostly you're getting nothing. Occasionally you get a funny meme. You know, if I looked at the amount of time that I spend online on a given day and how much of it is really fascinating to me.
You see that it was a guy who removed people's phones from their hands. The photographer who went around, I think it was maybe New York City, and he took photos of people and then CGI'd the phones out. You know, you're talking about, imagine if there was this thing and it made you stare at your hand. He actually did it. So it shows just how absurd it is. You know, you've got an entire train carriage on the subway on the underground.
And everyone's staring at their hands.
And it's just people staring down at their hands like this.